Hey guys, so I just want to talk about today's price action because it was actually pretty good. I didn't trade today. I couldn't place any trade because I had to drive my brother, but I did place a long position and a short position, and three of them ended up hitting. So I could have made 3K on 1 to 2s. Yeah, so 3 1 to 2s actually hit this New York session, and I just want to explain my thought process and explain these trades that I could have caught and just to journal these trades. So, coming into the day, New York session, and I'm assuming you guys already know some basic ICC and basic ICT concepts here. I'm assuming you guys already know fair value gaps, inverse fair value gaps, order blocks, and ICC and CISD, and just basic market structure here. So, we broke this swing low here, making an indication. And to the left, I was looking where price would start to correct. So I marked out this 1 hour for value gap, this blue box here. And on the left, there was also this 15-minute for value gap. Oh yeah, so to start off the day, start off every New York session, you gotta mark out your fair value gaps. So I marked out this 1 hour and then this 15-minute. Okay, let me just see if OBS is still recording. Yeah. And then this top one right here. And then I just waited for 7:30 open, which is 9:30 New York time. Let's go to the lower time frame. Oh yeah, so we ended up getting kind of close below this swing low, so we already made an indication. So I was already expecting price to potentially tap back into this 15-minute, right? And then go back up for that correction and then continue down. And the entry would be here for a short. That would be that would be like the textbook ICC. But 7:30 open, I see that we were respecting this 15-minute bullish for value gap right here. As you can see here. $7.30, we dumped to that 15-minute. We ended up respecting that, and on the way up, we got a 3-minute bullish FVG. So this 3-minute FVG has a high probability that it's going to keep going up because it's sponsored by this 15-minute fair value gap. Look, we did not get a candle close in that fair value gap. So I was thinking we could look for a trade, for a continuation trade to this 1 hour fair value gap. So you're pretty much trading the correction here, but this is high probability because you ended up respecting 2 bullish fair value gaps. And I actually, once we got this CISD, this order block here, once we got that candle close above this order block, I actually placed a buy limit here. This was my initial trade idea, but I had to go and drive my brother, so I canceled my order. So you can see we ended up consolidating for a bit, but it ended up hitting, and So you can see we pretty much just traded a correction here, right? Make sure to put your stop loss above a swing high or below a swing low. Most likely you won't get stopped out. And do not go break even. 80% of the time your trade would hit if you don't go break even. So yeah, I missed this trade, but actually after dropping off my brother, I think I came back right here. I saw that we still haven't continued up with this swing high here. I thought with this next big move up we would finally touch this 1 hour fair value gap above, but we ended up returning. Why? Because there was another 3-minute here. And this is my second trade idea that ended up hitting again. Once we got CISD 3-minute here, I placed a long position, stop loss, swing low, targeting 1 hour, and look, still could have traded that, but I didn't enter. This is the second trade idea that I ended up hitting. So I think when a fair value gap, when a lower time frame fair value gap is sponsored by a higher time frame fair value gap, there's a high probability that the lower time frame fair value gap is going to continue price descent. It's going to continue price descent in that direction. Can't speak. That's what I'm trying to say. Let me see. Good. All right. Now, we finally got to that 1 hour fair value gap where I predicted price was going to continue down, right? This would have been the bread and butter ICC setup right here. So you can see, actually it's better in the 2 minutes. So you can see we tap into that 1 hour bearish fair gap. We tap again. I think we ended up getting an IFVG in the 1 minute, but I actually like taking trades off of the higher time of the highest time frame, CISD now. And look, once we got CISD in the 2 minute here, once we got a candle close beneath these series of green candles, sell limit, enter on the retest, enter with 5 contracts. That hit for a 1 to 2 again. That's the third setup that would have worked. That worked. So price ended up dumping here for a bit, and then price ended up going up. Why? Because if we go to the higher time frame, to the 5 minute, look, there's a 5 minute fair value gap here, which is now sponsored by this 1 hour bearish fair value gap. Price ended up respecting it, so you can see. So if you go to the lower time frame, actually in the 1 minute, and you get a candle close. Now this is just one candle, and then you get one candle close I guess this is an order block technically. Once you get a candle close beneath this green candle, sell limit, enter under retest, boom, it hit. Oh, it's 4 trades that I could have banked today. But I'm glad I predicted. I'm glad that I can just read price action now. That's it.